everybody. It's a great day in Clarkston. Let's go check it out. Bye now. I will. That's a great day.
You're welcome.
Hello and welcome to It's a Good Day When. I'm your host, Levon Upton. You've heard the expression, hair is a woman's crowning glory. Well, I don't feel like that when my hair looks like this. Michelle is here to help us with that. And our episode is entitled, It's a Good Day When Your Hair Doesn't Frizz on a Hot and Humid Day. Michelle, there are 4 good salons, is that right?
Yes, there's one in Clarkston, there's 2 in Lake Orion, Orion Township in Lake Orion, and then there's one in Rochester.
Very good. And I noticed that Sherry Barnett, the owner, was highly trained in the Disney approach to managing through, well, they say creativity and innovation. And what did you learn from that?
Yes, we actually she's been a couple times herself, but she took the whole staff last year and we got to do behind the scenes and a class that was all on customer service. So that was a really fun time, plus a vacation.
To Disneyland, you
Yeah,
mean?
we had to go into the Disney Institute and go behind the scenes, and they took us to where they make the costumes and all of that. And we had to go, they have underground tunnels that they get to one place to another.
Through Disneyland?
Through Disney, so they let us walk through there, and it's all color-coded. It was a really neat experience. And of course, they took us into their Bibbidi-Bobbidi-Boo salon to see how that's run with the little girls.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's very cute. They have certain updos they get to do. But and her motto from that is do it big, do it right, and do it with style. And she's always...
Do it big, do it right, and do it with style.
Yes, that's her motto, for sure.
Is it true that the staff is, you've gone since 1996, some of you, right?
Yeah, we used to all go every January as a group. Now it's for certain things. There was a group that went there last year and they had a different educator go on scene, but yeah, she's always shared her love for Disney with her whole staff.
That's pretty great.
Yes, 25 years.
25 years in business, and you've been there since the beginning.
I've been there from the beginning, yes.
And you're one of the top producers, I understand.
I've been blessed to be, yeah, she's raised me. She was a go-getter, so she retired about 15 years ago, because it was the age of my youngest daughter. She retired from the chair, and but I was...
So Sherry doesn't work in the salons any longer,
Nope,
right?
she just works all the behind the scenes.
And
yes.
there's about 100 employees, I understand.
Yes, there is,
yeah.
yes, out of the 4 locations.
And about 25 in the Clarkston salon?
Yes, roughly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I understand that Sherry believes in supporting the community and participating in community events.
Yeah, we do so much. We've helped out with they do fashion shows and usually the senior year, so we've done that many years, and a lot of cut-a-thons to help raise money for different
cut-a-thons. Tell me about a
yeah.
cut-a-thon.
Our biggest one was through, we've done small in-home house ones for specific, like raising money for band and...
So people just show up and get their hair cut and get it at a discount?
Yes, and then
And the
all
money
those proceeds go to our cause. But for 10 years in a row, we did a cut-a-thon at our NXT location and raised money for the...
The NXT location is the location by Great Lakes Crossing?
Yes.
Next, meaning the next generation?
Yes, it was geared towards a younger clientele, a little bit of a different edge from the other 3 salons. But we did that for 10 years in a row, and we've backed down from that to change it up a little bit because it got kind of the same old thing. So, but it was amazing how much money we would raise to help out that cause.
That's
So
pretty great.
she's all about that. Whatever she can do to help the community and help others.
Well, by you being here today, that tells us that she is. We appreciate that. And tell me about your latest training.
We just got home from Mackinac. There was about 30 of us, and we got to stay at the Grand Hotel for 2 nights, which was really exciting. It's a beautiful place. And we had a smoothing class with a keratin, which is gotten so popular in the salons for women to come and get their hair blown. You probably remember back in the day where they'd come and get their hair set.
Yeah.
And women would come and get their hair done every week and not do it themselves. But now women come in and get their hair blown out, so they don't have to do it. And dry shampoos have gotten popular again, which so they don't have to wash their hair every day. And so that's the product I'm going to use on you today to smooth your hair out.
Well, that's perfect timing for you to just get back from your
Yes,
training with
it worked out
smoothing
perfect.
products. Yeah, so, well, I'm excited because I love, it's a good day when I get my hair done. Tell me about what you're going to do today.
Well, we talked about wearing your hair just naturally curly, which you can also use these products in your hair with a diffuser. If you started out with your hair wet and use a diffuser, which just attaches right to your blow dryer, which helps keep your hair concentrated in one area so it doesn't make it fuzzy.
Okay, so it doesn't blow right in one
Right, and
intense
blow your
spot.
hair around, which causes the fuzziness. Because humidity makes your hair fuzzy. So any kind of natural fuzz or curl in your hair, if you're not controlling it with a product, it will look damaged. Like you said, your hair looks damaged, but it's not damaged at all because of the natural fuzz. So these products will help smooth it down and give it shine and resist the humidity that we have horrible in Michigan.
Yeah.
Yes, you probably don't realize that as much in the winter. Your
No,
hair,
in the winter I can control it. It's not bad, of course.
And you probably would love your hair naturally curly if you wore it just a little bit longer because it shrinks so much that's why a lot of people don't like to wear it with their natural curl. But curl is definitely back in. People are wearing their hair more curly.
I can get away with just walking out of the shower?
You could with a little bit extra product in there. You probably would love it. So
what kind of product would you use for that?
There's so many curl products, but at different times and at this point in time, because your hair is such a pretty curl, you probably could use just the anti-frizz that I'm going to put in your hair.
Anyways,
even
though we're going to
and wear it in a curly way, but I'm going to smooth it out today to show you how it smooths your hair out.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
I'll get started.
Let's get going.
Since your hair has been air drying on its own already, we won't have to do that portion of it. I'm going to use just a small amount, probably about a dime size.
And this is the anti-frizz, did you say?
This is the silk, yep.
It makes it silky
keratin
too?
silk, yep. And the keratin kind of goes in your hair temperature. You can get more intense, what do I want to say? Oh, goodness. You can get an actual treatment done with these products that could last up to 5 months for an anti-frizz that a lot of people get through the summer.
A treatment?
A treatment. It's about a
Really?
3-hour treatment in the salon, but that obviously takes a lot longer.
I've never heard of that. How come I haven't heard of
Well,
that?
you know what? You probably hear it a lot they made a big deal of it on the news when people would wear the masks because a lot of the products had formaldehyde in them, so they were kind of dangerous for people to inhale. So that this particular product line, it takes a little bit longer because it doesn't have the formaldehyde in it. So it's a lot safer for your hair, but it just creates a new bond in your hair that's temporary and will help it resist the humidity.
So you're talking about people with curly hair can go in the
Or
salon.
just fuzzy hair.
Or
It's not
just fuzzy
necessarily
hair.
just for curly hair.
Can
It
go in
doesn't
the
straighten the curl, it just smooths out the structure so that when you dry it, it helps you to blow it out and it resists the fuzz. It's really more of a fuzz corrector than...
How long does that last?
It can last up to 5 months, and if you use the products that they sell along with it, which is what I'm using on you today, it will help make it last a little bit longer, your investment of the treatment. But you can also do it in a temporary, which is what we're doing today, and not get the actual treatment done. It won't.
You didn't put much product on my hair
No,
at
a little
all.
goes a really long way.
I'm surprised. I mean, look where we're going from, that curly frizz to the smooth of the no time.
Yeah, you had mentioned too that your hair doesn't stay. I think a lot of people, when they're blow drying their hair, especially when they have naturally curly hair, they start it at a wet, when it's soaking wet.
yeah.
And when your hair is really, really wet, it stretches more. So it's really not the best time to start round brushing your hair. You really want to do it when it's almost dry.
Oh, so yeah, when I'm in a hurry, it's like I start using the brush, tugging on my hair to dry it while it's wet.
Yes.
But you want it to be almost dry before
Almost
you
dry
start.
before you start round brushing it, because your hair it stretches when it's wet, so you can get more breakage.
Was my hair wet at all when you started doing
It was
this?
slightly damp, which was perfect. You can see how fast it's smoothing out and how fast
Oh
it's
my
drying.
gosh, you're a
It'll take
miracle
half the
worker.
time. You know, your arms get tired when you're round brushing, so when you start when it's soaking wet, it just takes so much longer. But you don't want it to dry all the way, because when your hair dries in its natural structure, sometimes it's really hard to correct it once it's, so you want a little bit of dampness in there, but just not soaking wet.
I didn't understand what you meant by if your hair dries, something about its natural structure.
Well, if you let it air dry too much, where it's completely dry, once the hair dries going in one direction, it's hard to get it to, when it's really dry, it's hard to get it to go back the other way.
I see.
So you want a little bit of dampness so that you can control the direction of the hair a little easier.
Did you tell everybody you've been doing this since 14? No.
Well,
No, you've known Sherry since
I
age
yep,
14.
I used to babysit Sherry's kids when I was younger at 14, and then but I went to high school or beauty school through high school. So it was my junior and senior year. I went to Lake Orion High School, and
You just started working when you
I
got
went
out of
right
high
from
school.
right from high school to working for Sherry. I was her personal assistant at another salon, and then well, that was June of '88, and then in '89 she opened up the Clarkston location, and
You were with her right from the beginning.
I was with her right from the beginning. I've been very blessed. She's an amazing woman.
I've heard really good things about her and
Yes.
about the salon, so I'm getting a feeling of why now.
Yeah, and you know, she's just that owner that we come first. Everything goes to us, not her. She's only given over the last 25 years. She's never taken away.
I wonder if that's part of that Disney philosophy that she adapted.
Well,
or
I have to
just-
say she was pretty amazing before she went to Disney, but that just added to take us to the next step. You know, I think to take us from just a salon to a salon that we're just more of a career-based salon, you know, and she's very big on saving and having, you know, investments and us having 401ks. I mean, she's very worried about our future. So she's an amazing woman.
Yeah, I understand a lot of the operators stay with her for a long time.
Yes.
So that's good. Did we talk about paying it forward? What does that mean, do you think?
I think
She
doing
believes
for
in paying
others
it
before,
forward.
without them necessarily, you know, doing it, when you do things for other people, I guess things come back to you.
So without worrying about getting anything in return?
Exactly.
Yeah. I like the way my hair's looking. Did
It's
you
just
know that
blowing
it could
so
look like
easily.
this?
Yes.
Yeah, you were probably worried about what would it look like.
Yeah,
right?
your hair actually blows out really, really easily. I think the biggest thing is to, just when you think your hair's done being blown out, just blow it out a little bit longer and you'll probably love it. Just to smooth down. It's kind of like when you iron a pair of pants.
Just to make sure there's no
When you,
moisture left in
especially
it.
linen pants. You have to go over there a few times.
Oh,
Kind
yeah.
of what hair is like with the curly hair.
Oh, that's a good example.
Yeah. And once you smooth that out, it should stay there pretty good for you when you have the right products.
I like the fact that you don't even have to use an iron, a flat iron or anything in my hair, and you're
Yes.
just doing it with a brush. I mean, it's okay. Some people do need the flat iron, right?
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Really
You just have
nice.
to be careful because they sell the flat irons now that get very, very hot, and nobody should use an iron on their hair over 350 degrees, or it will burn it.
I've had that happen.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what can damage it.
Exactly. Alrighty. Well, I think we
Done?
have this.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and
That was painless.
This is an anti-humidity spray.
Okay.
And it does, even though we don't really need any more shine in your hair because the Silk Fusion gave you a lot of shine, but this is an anti-humidity spray that will help it resist humidity. So when you are out,
And it works.
it works.
really works.
It's amazing.
Would you come every time on set?
Sure.
My personal hairdresser.
Yes.
That was
went
wonderful.
well, yes.
It was fun.
Thank you
I
for
feel
having me.
so much better. I feel like there's hope for me this summer. I was dreading it. I really was. And I've spent so much money on different products, you know, and they're all on my bathroom shelf, and I just look at them and think, I don't know what's helping.
A lot of it is technique. blowing it
Yeah.
out.
And,
Yeah.
yeah, is that right?
To just keep smoothing it out and,
And
not
keep-
give up.
Yeah, and make sure it's dry.
It's-
and
yes.
you don't stop too soon.
Exactly.
Would you come back someday?
I would love to, yes.
That would be awesome.
Aw,
Thank
thanks
you
for having
so
me.
much. I can see why you're their top stylist.
Aw.
It's been a good day.